Are we live?
I think it's working.
Are we good? Okay. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again.
We got it. All right. Um, so we are just using this brand new system and it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's different. It's different.
All
Okay.
right. So we have Jackie on the background running our slide presentation for us. So she's getting
hmm
us started here.
Thank you, Jackie.
All right. So welcome you guys to the Color Street Color Me Brilliant regional training. This is a training right from Color Street, and it is the April regional training. So my name is Dana Martin, and I am a executive director on Molly Fitch's team, Team Manny Thanks. So welcome. We're so glad you guys are here tonight. Be sure to say hi in the comments.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bobby. I am a senior executive director with Color Street. I've been here 2.5 years, and I am on Jackie C's team with Flourish Dynasty. And I am super excited. I can speak for both Dana and I. This is our first regional meeting to be training you guys, and we are absolutely excited to be here with you guys. Okay, Jackie. Before we get started, I am just going to go over real quick this earning statement. You guys can read it on your part, but I wanted to remind you, stylists, and the guests that might be in here with us of this earning. An independent stylist is based solely on the sale of the product to consumers, and everyone's results may vary. Color Street does not guarantee any income or the rank of success. So for average stylist earnings, please visit our home office in the VO to find this, or there's the link right below on there that you can click on there and see it. Okay, Jackie, there we go. So today we'll be training on following up that system. They have a system for us. We have our own systems, but I want to hear in the comments from those of you that are with us, what do you guys do to follow up with those 2-finger tester samples that you get? I have my little sample bag here. So what do you do when you guys give these out or when you send them? What is your system? Put it in the chat so we can see.
Bobby, can we see what you have in your little
Bag? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always send out, of course, the little nail file. I love these cuticle pushers, the wood ones. Kind of, my fingers are sensitive, so I use the rubber ones. Then I always do 2 sample packs because they mess up, then they have an extra one. Sometimes they don't do it right. And then I have my business card that has the instructions, the application instructions, and then on the other side it has all of my information. It has my Facebook page, it has everything that they need to get a hold of me, and then it has the alcohol pad in the back. So that's what mine's.
I love it. It's so cute.
Thank you.
And what do you do to get your information from? How do you get stylist information?
I'm total old school. I know you do everything from the computer and stuff, but I write everything down. So I write their name down. I have an address book. I put their address in there, and I follow up through email, text, or if they want to, if I decide that I like them or they're excited, I'll call them and follow up with them. I mean, like, hey.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So we've all heard the saying, the fortune is in the follow-up. So today we are going to cover the topic of follow-up. All right, and Bobby's going to tell us the topics we are going to discuss today.
Okay, so with follow-ups, we are going to talk about why follow-up is important, how Color Street will support your follow-up, and what you should be doing when you're following up, and then additional resources to learn more.
All right. So really, why is follow-up so important to your business? The reason we want to follow up is to build loyalty and to provide the best service to our customers. it's really important that we do follow up with them. Following up with customers and potential customers shows your level of interest in them. It builds trust and it keeps you in their mind. So when someone is looking at their nails and they're thinking, oh my goodness, I need to do something to build these nails, they're going to immediately think of the person that talked to them about Color Street or the person that talked to them about their nails, and they're going to remember you. So we want to be sure that we continue to have those touch points. So we're going to talk a lot about that today. As you get to know your customers better, by building your relationship, you are better able to fill their needs and get to know their likes and interests with your Color Street offerings. So why be ordinary when you can be extraordinary and provide stellar customer service? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Right now, Bobby's going to share some really interesting facts with you.
Okay, so when me and Dana went over these statistics together, I was like mind blown. I don't know if you were as mind blown as I was, but I was like, what? Okay, so 48% of people never follow up. To me, that's just crazy because we know in this business, we are all about the follow-ups. Only 10% of people that make the follow-ups contact them 3 times. That blows my mind too. Do you want to set yourself apart from most? What you need to be doing is then following up. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and then they completely stop. They just don't even contact them again. And then on the other side of that, 2% of the sales made up is with the first contact. 3% is second contact. 5% is third contact. 10% is fourth contact. And then do you see that huge number right there? 80% of sales are made up on the 5th to 12th contact. So that is telling us right there that you don't stop when you hit your first, second, third, fourth, fifth time trying to contact them. You keep going because you could possibly make that sale during that 5th to 12th time that you try to contact them. So that is just being consistent too in your business, is doing that follow-up. So those are my
it doesn't always have to be asking for a sale or asking for a party or asking to be a stylist. It's touching base, building relationships, sharing a fun tip, but all of those touch points definitely will help with success in the long run. So keep doing it. All right. So how does Jackie's doing great with these slides? How does Color Street support us stylists? You guys, Color Street has so many great new features to help us, and we totally need to take advantage of them. The follow-up system in the app is amazing. I don't know how many of you are like, oh my goodness, thank you, Color Street app, for giving me that little reminder that I had some sales last week. I need to follow up. I love getting those reminders because, you know, sometimes we just forget, right? Even though we have our own systems, life gets busy, and that handy app just kind of reminds us. So it's really neat. Weekly marketing emails from home office to customers to enhance what stylists are already doing and creating another point of contact. Those are brand new, and they are amazing. And then the ability to use the search feature in the VO for customer outreach is another great function that some of us maybe don't even know about. So we're going to talk about these systems.
Okay, so I love this because when Dana and I joined 2 years ago, we didn't have any of this. So you guys have all of this literally right there at your fingertips to help you. So app follow-up system. When a customer places an order, you, the stylist, as Dana said, you guys get that update that your customer ordered. Then 1 week later, that app will remind you in the calendar that you need to follow up with Stacy. See if she's got her order. If you're like me and Dana, then you will already be in your VO looking at tracking, and you will know that maybe that stylist didn't get their tracking, or you're already keeping them up to date. But you can go in to your calendar and you can change that date from the week to follow up and make it 2 weeks because you know that they didn't receive their package. So go ahead and change it. You can customize it to your liking. And then during that second week, you can follow up and say, hey, Stacy, you know, did you get your package? One of the other things is customer service contacts them through email directly, and they have a pre-written message already laid out for you. I always tell my girls, you want to customize it to make it you. But if you're a busy mom like Dana was talking about, or you got a lot of stuff going on, all you have to do is click a button and then it sends it to them, and they get that email that you want to know if they got their package. And that's amazing. Like, who doesn't want to have somebody, hey, check in with you and make sure you got your stuff? Okay, Jackie.
All right. So, Color Street emails. I don't know about you guys, but I am loving these new emails. It's just another way for home office to support us. And it's these weekly emails sent right to customers. They send them weekly. It's another touch point. And probably in a different format. So because we don't always send emails. Sometimes it's a Facebook message, sometimes it's a text, sometimes it's a talking in person. So it's a nice email that they get right from Color Street. And it's currently, well, it's right from Color Street. So and it has your name on it. So they know who to contact. Don't forget the stats we shared either. Okay. It takes multiple connections, you guys, before a customer will take action. This email from home office is adding to that. And it's so nice that they do this for us. But however, it is your job as a stylist then to follow up with your customers to make sure that they get this email, or be sure that they saw it, or be sure that they saw the new information. It's another talking point, and it's sent on every Tuesday. So on Mondays, be sure when you get that weekly update or that weekly newsletter from Color Street, they give you a preview of the email, so you have that in advance and you know what's coming, and you can talk to your customers about that. So if they didn't see something in your VIP group, they'll see it in the email, and you can always follow up and say, hey, did you see this? Ask them what caught their eye and take notes with their feedback. This is key. Taking notes of what they like. I love that. And the app allows you to do that too. Take notes, or if you're a pen and paper person, on all of your customers to just keep track of what they like, so that in the future, when you're touching base with them, you can talk about that, and they'll think that they'll feel special knowing that you talked about something that was personal to them or remembered something that they liked. All of this helps to build relationships with your customers.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, so this one I have been excited to share with you guys all night about it, because when me and Dana found this little tip and trick, I've been here 2.5 years, and I cannot believe that I didn't know about this. So this is something that home office, once again, helps us with. This is a little tip. It's where you can go in the virtual office. It's the search function. If you know a retired set is gone, but there is a new launch and there's a set that looks like that retired set that your customer loved or ordered, what better way to go in there, find that customer, and email them and say, hey, Stacy, guess what? I have a set, Seattle Royale. It was retired. You loved it, but there's a new set, Cape Coral, that just launched, and it looks so similar. I know you have to have it. So what you do is you just go into your virtual office, go under orders and contacts, the customer orders. You can put in the item number, and me and Dana just found out you can either write in the name of the set as well, and it will pull up. So it will pull up all of the customers that have ever ordered that set, and then you can go and scroll down, get their email, and then personally email them and share with them that set. Or if retired sets are coming back, and because home office is so great and they let us know when retired sets, we get them back on the system, you can go in and you can even look up the customers that grab those retired sets and remind them that they're back, so they can go place an order, or you can grab it for them. And that speaks volumes too to your customers, because you remembered that they love that set, and you're sharing it with them.
Or you could remind them before it retires too.
Yes.
So what you should do for follow-up. So now that we covered what home office does, which is so many wonderful things for us, which is amazing, let's dive into what we need to do for follow-up. First, you want to think about your business activities and decide what activities are going to require follow-up. Then you want to develop your follow-up system with these activities, whether it be paper, whether it be paper and pencil, electronically, using the Stylus app, whatever it is, you just need a system. Then finally, you want to establish what you will do with your follow-up, and then be consistent. Plan a schedule, have a plan, because if you don't do it, then it's kind of all for nothing. So super important. All right, Jackie, next slide.
Okay, so categories to follow up on. There are 4 important categories that we're going to go through. It's Color 10 follow-up, nail bars, opportunity events, and the orders placed. So let's dive into the categories and talk about them. And we will also be sharing sample scripts that Color Street gives us. So you might have your own verbiage, or you might struggle with verbiage, but we're going to help you today with that. So you want to get your screenshot hands ready, you can do that, or write it down, whatever way works best for you.
All right, so color 10. How many of you have heard of the color 10? Let us know below. This has been, Color Street has been talking about this forever, and it is so important. It is the rhythm of success for stylists. It outlines a formula of activities, I love formulas, of activities to do consistently to work towards your goals. So the first step of the color 10 is to connect to 10 people every single week and share a two-finger tester. Okay, so find 10 new people every single week and share a sample. When you allow someone to try what we have to offer, it's important to make sure that you follow up, build that relationship, and find out about their experience and see what you can offer them feedback on based on their experience. And then be sure that you share with them that you're going to be sure to check in and follow up with them later on. You want to be sure that you check in, see how they're doing, ask them how the application went. And then now I'm going to tell you what to do. What do you give to someone when you give them a sample? So here's what you need to do. You can give them, Bobby showed us her little package. You want to give them a two-finger tester, a business card, instructions on how to apply the nail strips, and then if you want to, you can give them the opportunity brochure. Give them information on a stylist. You always want to throw that, becoming a stylist. You always want to throw that in there because you never know who's going to be interested in the opportunity. Also, if you're going to give a sample to someone in person, be sure you collect their information right away. Bobby says she puts it right in her phone. I always, I give them a little like sample request form and I say, hey, fill this form out for me. I'd love to get your email and stuff for more information. This can be done by saying, okay, I'd like to send you, this is a really cool tip too. I'd like to send you a video that shows how to apply the nail strip. If you're like me, I like watching videos on how to do things. So can I get your number so I can text it to you, or can I get your Facebook name so I can send it to you right now, and do it right in front of them so you can get it and you can send it to them right away. Now you have the information and you can do the rest of your follow-up. So a system for the color 10 follow-up is, like on the screen, 2 days after giving the sample, okay? Then you're gonna follow up again 1 week after the sample, and then 2 weeks after giving the sample. You wanna make sure that you follow this, okay? Be sure to check in. It's gonna help you. It's gonna be beneficial. It's gonna touch all of those touch points, because remember, we wanna get more than 3. Sometimes people just stop at those 3 or 2, okay? And then again, every 3 months after that. So follow-up can come in any form, and we kind of want to switch it up, okay? So it can be in the form of a text message, a Facebook message, voice, text, other social media platform, phone call, or an email. It's a good idea to use a variety, because you never know what someone's going to see, what someone's going to like better. And then also hearing your voice. I don't know about you guys, but I love to use that Facebook voice messenger, my voice, and then use their name. It's just so much more personable, and I feel like they can feel like a connection right away when they hear your voice. The purpose, you guys, of the follow-up is to see if the person has tried on the sample. So you want to make sure, hey, have you tried on the sample? And then find out how their experience was. Did they like it? Do they need some tips? What do they like about it? And then spend some time getting to know them. And if they have not tried the sample, then you want to make sure that you follow up in a week again and just ask them the same question. Have you tried it yet? And if they have done it the same, okay, sorry, never mind. 2 weeks later, then you follow up again. Okay, so follow up, ask them the same questions, check in with them, share something you think that they would maybe be interested in. So you can say, hey, what colors do you typically like? And share an example of one of the mini collections that we have. Like if they've mentioned, I really like purples, you could say, you know what? Have you ever tried a pedi set? Because we have a brand new collection with a purple pedi set, and I think you are going to love it. So share something that they may like. So in the beginning, we shared about the importance of not stopping at 3 connections. Okay, do not stop at 3. Follow this format, you guys. It's going to work. Be sure to touch base with at least every 3 months. from that last connection. You never want them to think that you're just like reaching out for a sale or that you want something. You truly want it to be for them. So really think about that when you're making that connection. How is this going to be for them? Okay. And not like a sale for you or something for you, but you really want to truly think about that. All right. So you guys, I just kind of talked a lot about this color 10. It is absolutely amazing and it does work. So I want you guys to share in the comments if you have any follow-up systems or conversations or just little quick questions that you ask your customers. It's so great to always like ask a question so that they know that they need to follow up and answer. And you can keep that dialogue going. So share in the comments if you have some quick little questions or tips or conversation starters that you have with your customers to follow up. All right.
Okay, so I loved all of that.
Screenshot this too, by the way, because here's some great examples.
Yeah, I was like soaking it all up. And I don't know if you guys are like me. I'm not very good with verbiage, but you guys are going to get some right now. These are some script examples that you guys can look at. I'm going to kind of read through some of them really quick with you, but I just want you guys to be aware when you guys are doing this, I want you to put it into your own words and make it sound like you. So like Dana said, with the Color 10 follow-up system, you have the 2-day. So this is the 2-day example that they give you. Hi, Jessica. I have been so excited to reconnect since I gave you your sample. How have you been? Did you try your sample yet, or did you put on your sample yet? I understand how busy life can get. If they say no, you say, I understand how busy life can get. Don't forget to check out the video that I sent you. That will help you apply them, and then wait a few more days and check back in with them. So 1 week later, example is, hey, Jessica, I hope your week has been a little more calm for you. This shows that you paid attention to the first conversation when she said she was busy, so she didn't get a chance to try it on yet. And then you can say, did you put that sample on your fingers yet since we last chatted? Tell me what you think about it. In a few days, you can follow back up. If she said that she liked it, then, you say, oh, that's awesome, or great, I'm excited. And then 2 weeks later, you can hop in on Jessica and you can say, hey, Jess, I had a customer order the Tokyo nail set or whatever nail set. Maybe that sample that you gave them was a different one, but say, I had a customer order that nail set I shared with you and it made me think of you. I would love to catch up and see how you are doing and how that nail sample is holding up on your nails. This helps because, like Dana was saying, you're asking a question and it's bringing that dialogue in between you guys, and you guys can have more to talk about. So I love it. I love all of those examples that they give you. The last one is every 3 months. Hi, Jessica. Oh my, I just had to share, maybe like we had a launch and there was a color that you knew that she would like in there. And then you can say something like, I thought that you would be interested in this color. It says XXX, so you can put in any set that you think that she would like. And then you just follow up that way. Them hearing that you're thinking about them or that there's a color that you know that they liked makes them know that you were paying attention to the conversation and they're not just a dollar sign, okay? You care about them and you want to help them feel beautiful or help them find the perfect set. And I just think being personable in this follow-up is amazing.
Thank you. I love to see those examples. I think that they are so helpful because I always kind of feel like I fall into the same questions all the time, and it's nice to hear some other examples. All right, so you guys, nail bars are mostly new connections for you, and we all know how important nail bars are for our business. So it's important to build the relationship with each person in that nail bar and stay in contact so they know that they are important, they are important to you. A popular follow-up method is 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. So these are for the people in the nail bars. Once again, it's important to not stop there. So you want to make sure that you're reaching out every 3 months after that last contact. If you are worried about knowing who to reach out to and when, be sure to use your calendar. Check in with your calendar, set reminders. You could, in your calendar, you could say, I touched base with this person, this person, this person, and this person. And then in 2 days from now, say, go back to those people, check in. 2 weeks from now, and keep writing that in your calendar so that you can do that. And you know what? You don't have to do it all in one day. You can kind of space it out. You can have a schedule, just as long as you consistently are following up with people in those nail bars. Because you know what? There are so many brand new people that we can get new customers and new connections and relationships. You want to start and build a relationship with each customer, okay? Because this allows you to share your opportunities with them that may best fit their needs. All right, so if you guys have any nail bar follow-up systems or conversations, share in the comments what that looks like. We'd love to hear your examples.
Okay. So once again, our amazing company has written some scripts for you guys. If you guys aren't good at verbiage, here you go. Screenshot it or jot it down. So this is just specifically for nail bar follow-ups for those people in your nail bars that have ordered or maybe grabbed a sample or whatever it may be. 2 days. Hi, Dana. It was great meeting you through Jamie's Nail Bar. I loved learning how long you and Jamie have known each other because, you know, you always throw in there, how do you know your hostess? Or where do you know your hostess from? And they tell you. I just wanted to thank you again for joining us and supporting Jamie. I usually do this every nail bar after. I message everybody in the nail bar and I follow up this way with them. And then if they haven't ordered or they haven't grabbed a sample yet, you can say something like this. With so many options, you may not be sure what you like best. I would be happy to offer some suggestions by letting you know letting me know what your favorite color is and pattern is, and you can go from there and you can mix it up, give them 3 different patterns, because I know that we all love mixed manis, and you can become their stylist. That's what you're doing, okay? You can help them pick the colors out. So, okay, 2 weeks follow-up. Hey, Dana, great to chat with you again, checking in to make sure you received your nail strips and which shade you have decided to put on your fingers first. I would like to invite you to join my VIP group where I share tips, tricks, nail fees, and so much more. May I get you added to the group? If they say yes, then you just simply share your link in there and then they click. Some people say thank you. They're very excited. And then you'll get that little notification that so-and-so joined your VIP group.
All right, you guys. And then 2 months after that, here is another example of what you could say. Dana, I wanted to let you know how much I appreciate you being in my VIP group with your likes and comments you share. I love starting with a compliment. You want to make them feel special, make them feel heard, make them feel like you really appreciate them. I love having that community of positivity, and you are part of that. Since you like the products and the fun, I wondered if you're interested in earning more nail strips free and discounted by inviting your friends to a nail bar. Love that. And I think that it's so important to just, make them feel like you really value them as a customer and you love having them in your group. I think VIP groups are awesome. And especially if, they join from a nail bar, it's so fun to have them in that group and sharing and liking. So I like to make sure that I do point that out too. So every 3 months after that then, so after 2 months and then every 3 months later, check in again. Say, hey, Dana, how's it going? It's been a while. If you know something about them or about their family, be sure to say, hey, what's happening with that? I heard so-and-so had a birthday. How'd it go? Or just say, catch me up on what's happening in life. So just be sure to check in. And it doesn't always have to be about nail strips.
Okay. So now that we talked about nail bars, all of that good following up, we are going to move on to opportunity event follow-ups. Some of you might not be doing this and some of you guys might. So this would be like anything like your sneak peeks, your opportunity calls that you're hosting with your team maybe, or anything like that. So these are for those specific follow-ups. When you have an opportunity event follow-up, you want to make sure that you're time sensitive when you're following up, okay? Because you want the excitement to continue. If you follow up a month from the opportunity follow up, those customers or those potentials, they are going to lose the excitement about joining your team. They're not going to remember all of the important information that you shared with them. Or maybe if you guys are sharing testimonies or whatever that is that you guys do, they're going to forget about that. So do it at the height of the moment when you guys are sharing. follow up the next day, 2 days, maybe 3 days. 24 hours is like my thing. I'm gonna follow up with you in 24 hours because I want you to still be excited and remember what I shared with you or remember what we discussed. Also, one-on-one calls are really good for that too. So you can like ask them, hey, would you want to have a one-on-one call? I want to hear like, your takeaways from that opportunity call with my team or from the sneak peek or whatever it is you're doing. If more time is needed to reach a decision for your potential, that's okay. Schedule next time with them to check up and follow up with them. Just because they say no does not mean no forever. It just means no at that moment. So don't be afraid to hear no, and don't be afraid to get back in there and follow up with them. I know some people
too. I love that you say, I'm going to follow up with you, to kind of hold yourself accountable, but also then make sure that they know that you're going to check in with them. I love that.
Yeah. And if it's still not the right time, that's okay. Life happens. Maybe you see their circumstances have changed in a post that they've made on Facebook or something, and it's been 2 months later. That's okay. Pop in and check in on them. Say, hey, how are you? I seen that you were having a baby, or I seen that you had your baby. Are you ready to be a stay-at-home mom and maybe make some extra income? Like, I was thinking of you, or whatever the case may be. Don't let that no hurt your little heart, because it's no for the moment. It's not no forever. So at this point, if they're totally not ready, just don't forget about them. Connect, like they said, every 3 months and thereafter. And you don't have to connect with them and just try to get them on your team. Just connect with them and see how they're doing. What have they been up to? That is showing that you care and that it's more than just them being a customer. You want a connection and a friendship with them.
All right. And here's some verbiage that you guys can use. And I love this it's kind of like another little system. I love systems. So you could say, hey, Rachel, after 24 hours, I'm glad you joined the event today or yesterday. What did you hear that you liked? And then they'll share their response. And then it says right here. So if you want to screenshot this, do this. Affirm their response. So say, oh, agree with them. Like, yes, I agree with you. Then say, tell me what made you nervous. Because if they're not jumping on it right away, you want to see what made them nervous. Because you know what? There is someone in your team that can help you respond to that and help them feel a little more confident if you don't know the answer to that. Ask them what other questions they have. And then ask, are you ready for fun and get your Color Street business started? And then if they're not, schedule a next time to chat. Say, it's okay. Think about it a little bit. Check out our resources that we have. If you have like a sneak peek group or something similar to that, and say, I'm going to follow up with you in 3 to 5 days. And then you can say in 3 to 5 days, happy Wednesday, Rachel, or Thursday or Friday or whatever day it is. I know you wanted time to talk to your husband about Color Street. Tell me, did he have any further questions I can answer for you? And just check in. Let them know that you are there to answer questions and support them.
Okay. So, continuing 2 weeks. Are you excited, Rachel? I know you wanted to wait until payday to get started, and today is your day. Are you ready? I love that. I love that you waited, you checked in. And I wanted to add with Dana when she was talking about husband things, because a lot of us do it. We have to check in with our husbands, or we have to make sure we get support. I was telling her the other day that my team and I decided to create a Man Behind the Manny's VIP group. And so when we get those potentials that aren't sure, or maybe their husbands don't support them, we add the husbands with their wives to that group. And then we have the husbands talk with our husbands, because sometimes our husbands were reserved too. They had their reservations and they were like, no, maybe don't do it. Or some of us did it without them knowing. But they can talk to the other husbands and let them know, this is a good start for them. It's something for them. You should be supportive, and that helps. So quarterly, if your potential has stayed on the fence about joining, keep them on your potential list. Don't mark them off and say, okay, forget her. She's never going to join. She's not it. Keep them there and reach out again every 3 months to share what you are excited about. It could be, even if it's not for her joining, you can share about a mini launch or something new that's coming, or maybe an incentive that Color Street's doing, like, you know, how they give away sample packs to them sometimes for their orders. They had that Prism Break one. I don't know if you guys remember that one, but I mean, they have all kinds of amazing opportunities, not just for stylists, but for customers too. Share that. What new things are happening, and offer to help them get started now, later, whenever they feel comfortable.
I love it. And I love having a potential stylist list. If you guys do not have a list created, make one. It is
Yes.
like gold. Keep it and just make sure you are always checking in with those people. I have people on that list. I think, oh, I forgot that they were interested at one point, or they showed interest, or I thought they'd be good. So make that potential stylist list. One of my biggest tips.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next slide. All right, so orders placed. Okay, so follow up with orders. So we've talked about following up with nail bars guests, following up with opportunity events, and now we're going to talk about orders. So this is very similar to the nail bar format, but this system for orders, this is a system for orders that has been placed outside of a nail bar. So when an order is placed, you want to be sure you follow up in 2 weeks, 2 months, and every 3 months after that. It's important to acknowledge and thank your customers when an order is placed. This lets them know that you're engaged in your business and you really, really value them and support them. So be sure you send them a really personal thank you. Show them that you appreciate them. Follow up 2 weeks after the order has been placed to make sure it has been received. You want to make sure that they get that order. And then 2 months after the order, and actually, you guys, I learned this from Jackie, that she checks her orders every single day. This was in another live that she did. She checks her orders every single day to see when her customers receive them. And when she sees that they receive them, she just sends them a message, say, hey, your order is going to be coming today, or I saw that your order was delivered, and then can ask about it then. So that's a really great tip, and I love that, and I make sure that I do that too. 2 months after the order, you want to follow up again. Reach out to check and see if they have any additional nail strip needs, or if there's items that they want for a special gift, especially around holidays. Mother's Day is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You want to maybe sure to check in with your customers. Also, when you make these connections, be sure to ask about them personally, learn more about them. And you want to really think about it. Take a minute to think about it, and don't just say something random that comes to mind. You want it to be personable, and you don't want it to come across as not genuine. And then from there again, every 3 months after, be sure to connect and check in personally and tie in something happening with Color Street that made you think of them. I love that. Say, hey, this new shade that came out made me think of you. And be sure to maybe send them a picture of a new set or a mini collection. That's why I love these mini collections. They're so great for that. And always be genuine and curious to get to know them better. Again, statistics show that the probability of selling to an existing customer is 60 to 70%, while the probability of selling to a new prospect is 9 to 20%. So build relationships, stay connected, and share your opportunities. All right.
Yes,
and if you guys, again, if you have any suggestions or comments or conversations for follow-up with orders, share in the comments. We are all about sharing here.
Okay. So once again, get your screenshots ready if you need verbiage, because here's some more scripts for you guys. And please just remember to make it your own if you're gonna, use these because you do want to sound like you. Okay, so when an order is placed, what you should do after that order is placed, you should be thanking your customers. Okay, so you can start off with, message, or maybe you're like me and you screenshot the order and you do like a cute thank you graphic and you put it in your VIP group and thank them. But you can say, thank you, Stacy, for your order. I appreciate your support. I'm sure that these shades are going to look amazing on you, and are you going to do anything special with putting these shades on? Am I saying that right? You know what I mean? Like if they're going to go out, maybe it's an anniversary, maybe they're going to dinner. I had a friend that was going out to dinner and she wore Bloody Gorgeous. I had to track that down because it was retired. And she posted a picture in my VIP group after that she loved it. She went out and she put her set on and she was so excited. And you want to celebrate those little things with them too, and be excited with them. So 2 weeks, you can say, hi, Stacy, wanted to hear how date night went. I'm sure it was great to have that time together. Then 2 months, hey there, Stacy, wanted to check in with you, wanted to see how you're doing, how your nails held up, how your supply is going. Remember, we have to remember, like, if they're not a regular customer, or maybe they're a new customer, we want to check in and see if they're running low. I would love to share with you, a discontinued set that's coming back, or whatever the case may be. And then you can also say, let's make this happen. Next week, I have something opened. Do you want to do a nail bar for me? Maybe earn some free polish. And then every 3 months after, hi, Stacy, how have you been? What is the latest I wanted to share the latest with Color Street. I think you may really like this new set that came out from one of maybe our mini launches. And then talk about it, tell them about it, share a picture. Like Dana said, pictures are always amazing because then they get to see firsthand what it is that you're sharing, and then they get excited about the color, because you should already know, if they're an existing customer, what their favorite colors are, because you've been working with them. So those are some great tips. I love those scripts that they give you. And then just be personable, make it you.
I just saw the comments. I was not looking at the comments, so now I'm all distracted by all the comments. This is fun.
I haven't even gone there. I haven't even looked at it.
I'll go back and look at them later.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm excited to see some examples too. All right. So creating your follow-up system. You guys, I am so about systems. I love systems. I follow them. It just keeps me organized in a busy, busy life. So you want to create a system that makes sense for you. So if you have a leader or a friend or someone else that says, hey, you have to do that this way, and you're like, it just doesn't work. You have to do a system that works for you. Bobby and I talked. I do mine all electronically. I've tried planners. I've tried, and they don't work. They don't work for me. So she uses pen and paper, and she does it way differently than I do. But you know what? It works. So you can use the Color Street app. There's a calendar in there. It sets reminders. It can alert you, which is really neat. So use that app if you want to use, technology. It's an awesome tool. If you are a pen and paper person, use your calendar to write down the names of people you need to follow up with, and the date and time. Look at your calendar daily. Be sure you have a system that works, and you check in each day. You follow up every day, or you set a time that you are going to follow up, and then be consistent. For computer people, create a spreadsheet with names and dates. Check off when you complete it. This could be a very quick visual. And then here's another really cool system that for pen and paper people that I thought was super cool. But I used to go to in-home parties for other things, and they'd always have this little contact card. But this was a cool system that Color Street gave us in this training, was a binder. And in the binder, they have 31 sleeves or tabs, and it's like a recipe box. So you get a little customer card for each customer. You stick it in each day, and then you just move your card. So, okay, it is April 22nd. I'm opening up to the 22nd. I'm going to follow up with all of these people, and you pull out your little recipe cards. Such a cool idea.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't it? If you guys have a fun system, be sure to share it in the comments. We want to hear your systems.
Okay, so when to follow up. Okay, so you guys already know from this training that we've been doing with you guys that following up is a vital part of our business. We need to do it all the time. We need to set aside time, essentially, to follow up. If that means that you designate a complete day for follow-ups, do that. Like they say, follow up Friday. I love that because I'm all about Maddie Mondays, Taco Tuesdays. I love those. So if you want to do a follow up Friday, do that. Schedule your power hour throughout the week and get it done. I do recommend, though, if you have people on the East Coast or further than where you are, please do not follow up at odd times of the hours, because you might get some messages that are not so nice. So always just be mindful that you should probably do it in certain times when you're following up. But you can dedicate your own time to following up, okay, with with everybody, and you can do it consistently. It's based on you. That's what I love about this business is it's our time. It's based on when we're available, but you have to hold yourself accountable and make sure that you are following up. Okay, so this can either be done the day that you set a time. You can, like Dana said, put it on a calendar, but maybe you need a system because you don't have a system, and this one of these systems works for you. Use it, utilize that, write that down, use a calendar. If you're like a paper and a pen person like me, do that, or journal, or have books and all of that. Or if you want to do spreadsheets and you're more of that type of person, do it. It works. You have to have a system to be able to just be successful in this business.
All right, so if you want to learn more about follow-up, there was a lot of information in here, so you can rewatch it if you need to, screenshot what you need, but we also have existing resources, and you can go to the Tuesday trainings. There are 3 of them. The March 2021 one, Fortune, is in the follow-up. There's a January from this year, Stylist App Follow-Up Tool. These are in our Tuesday trainings. And the December 2019 Following Up. It's called Following Up. Those are Tuesday trainings on follow-up. And then there is a Connect the Dots Facebook Live, which is in the official Color Street Facebook group. And the one from September 22nd called Foolproof Follow-Up is a great follow-up video. And then the one from October 3rd, this past October, Follow-Up Fortune. And then Bobby has her favorite follow-up that she told me about the other day. Do you remember, Bobby?
Yes, I do. Okay, so I am crazy when it comes to trainings and stuff. I love to go into like the old Connect the Dots and all of that. But so the one that stuck out to me that reminded me when me and Dana started doing this was Molly Fitch's one of hers that she did, and it was Go for the Gold. So if you guys ever get a chance to watch that, you guys can go to Connect the Dots and you guys can type that in up at the little magnifying glass, and it will pop up. Go watch that training video. It is amazing. I love, and it was about twosies, and just her acronym for gold is amazing. So you guys have to go for the gold and go watch that video because you guys will love it. It's one of my favorites. I love it. I love it for follow-ups. And we also in the Flourish Dynasty and My Dream Team, we also have one where it's we use it. It's like a follow-up system. It's amazing too. If you guys want information on that, you guys can PM me. I'll share it. It's amazing. But yes, I loved Molly Fitch's. I love going over and watching videos. You guys, we have so many. You guys have to go get familiar with some of the trainings. They're amazing. Okay, so I love this. I love John C. Maxwell. I know that if you guys are on some of the leader calls or you guys have his books, that you know how amazing he is. He says, diligent follow up and follow through will set you apart from the crowd and communicate excellence. So don't be ordinary when you can be extraordinary. Remember that quote. That one's also by John C. Maxwell. But guys, remember, this is our business. And if we're consistent, we are going to make it because we're successful. Okay, so if you're in your VIP group and you're posting daily, if you're following up daily or using this the Color 10 system, that's going to help you in this business stay consistent. That's all I could scream it from the mountaintops. Just stay consistent, be consistent. Don't ever be one of those people that follows up like 6 months later. They will find another Color Street stylist by then. You want to keep following up. You want to make sure you're doing what you have to do. So that's it. That's all I got.
So true. So true. So now you guys, let's take action. We learned so much tonight, and here are the things that you can do. Create your follow-up system, plan when you will do your follow-up, complete your follow-up consistently, like Bobby just said, and stay connected with customers and build your relationships with them. Okay, do those 4 things, and we promise that you will get success with Color Street.
Yes, we promise. Okay, so news and updates. Here are some fun news and updates. Well, you guys all know about our amazing foundation sets, and Color Street loves to support them. So in May we have the brain cancer and brain tumor awareness set, and then in July we have mental health awareness. And if you are a big advocate for mental health, then you guys are going to love this set that's coming out. But so just make sure that you guys are staying connected with us. Okay, stay connected in your VO. Get those updates.
And don't forget about our amazing incentives and promotions, the Circle of Excellence. Enroll 2 new stylists in a month and sell $1,000 in PV, and you can reach Circle of Excellence and you can earn some extra income and then that beautiful, beautiful charm to add to your Circle of Excellence bracelet. And then don't forget about this awesome Ready to Rank promotion as well. This is for team leaders and above. If you rank up, you get some extra cash along with your enroller, which is amazing. We have never had something like that before, so it's really neat.
Exciting. Okay, just like I said, stay connected. So you have the Monday newsletter that is emailed to all stylists. And then you have Tuesday trainings. Tuesday trainings are amazing. If you guys are not on the Tuesday training calls, you should definitely join. And then we have the new stylist training call. If you have a bunch of new stylists on your team, make sure that you're posting this in your chats or your pages or wherever, so that they know that they can access those new calls. And then don't forget too that we have that amazing the text message. So they give you updates through your texting. All you have to do is text Color Street to 33233, I believe that is. And then you will get all of the updates. They even do tell you what retired sets are coming. It's amazing. It's so amazing.
All right, so you guys, we have said consistency is key, and we are going to end with one last quote. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows. So stay consistent and follow up. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. We stayed under an hour. Woo-hoo! It has been so much fun, and I've been so excited to get to meet Bobbi and hang out with her and you guys. So thank you.
Thank you. I want to read comments. I want to see the comments.
Too. Thank you, Jackie, for running the slideshow. You did amazing.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for having us do this. I'm excited. Okay, let me go back. Can I read it?
I just clicked on comments. So, and if you guys have any questions, please don't be afraid to reach out.